Morning, 23rd of June, and you can see we're at the All Hill tent site where I stayed last night. And well, today we're going to start the whites. Mount Mouslauke. That's what we're going to start today. So yeah, I'm ready for it. Let's go. And this is a walk-in cooler. Wow, just all those beers in there. Yeah, wow. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna get up. You probably think I'm crazy, don't you? That's a walk-in cooler.
Called a beer cave.
Oh, oh yeah, the beer cave. Yeah, the beer cave. Wow. So this is the Hikers Welcome Hostel where I'm staying. Just basically the gateway to Mount Mouslauke, which I believe is that one over there. And it was quite good because Reset, the owner, fixed my pack. I did give her $20, but as I say, it's fixed, it's not sewn. The side arms are fixed as well, so that's a massive there. So yeah, this is where I am in this little hammock here, just across here on that hammock. Catch you later on. Whites tomorrow. Morning, 24th of June, starting the whites. Heading up to Mouslauke summit at 3.9, the first of the White Mountains. So guys, that is Mount Mouslauke. Wow, it's in the distance there. Wow, in the whites, how about that? This really is so beautiful, just coming up Mount Mouslauke in the whites. Just look at that, how beautiful is that, eh? Wow, look at the view. It's windy, but it's great. What a lovely day. I'm loving this. In the whites. Peace to you. Hi, so here we are. 1,802 feet. Mount Mouslauke in the whites. Wow. Let's have a pan round. This is beautiful. Wow. I got it to myself as well, eh? How about that? What a pain in the ass coming down from that mountain. Mouslauke. Jesus, walking down a waterfall most of the time. Look at all these rocks you've got to clamber over. Very, very slow. Well, morning from Mount Wolf. Last night I kind of run out of energy, run out of light. I had to stealth camp here. You can see that in the middle of the pine forest on a slope. Yeah, not the best, but hey, what can you do? Oh my God. So this is hiking up the Kinsman's alongside this waterfall, and you can see the path that we've come up so far. Very steep, very slippery rocks. Yeah, all good fun. What is Harrington Pond? A beautiful breeze here at the moment. Just scan to my right. Lies South Kinsman Mountain. That's where we're going. Bit of a boardwalk to walk on. Well, we're almost on top of Kinsman's Mountain, but they probably hear the flies are just absolutely horrendous, biting and just hissing around. My legs are in a right mess. Have a look at my legs. So let's just keep going up. We're not far away from the first summit. So on the top of South Kinsman Mountain, 4,333 feet, me and 2 trillion flies. In the white eye. So here I am at the Lonesome Lake Hut, where I've managed to secure a work for stay, which basically means I can sleep on the floor, do some washing up, and get a free meal. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lake down there, and I'm going to go for a swim in the lake as well. Yeah, pretty tough day today, doing the Kinsman's, but yeah. So about 9 miles today, and honestly it was treacherous coming down. But yeah, the Kinsman's done, so we'll see you a bit later on. So here we are, Lonesome Lake, and this is where I'm going to do a bit of swimming, just to cool off and clean off as well. So Lonesome Lake, I'm staying at the hut, and yeah, work for stay and go for a swim. Got lots of black fly bites on me today, but hey, we got the mountains done. 26th of June. Just leaving the Lonesome Lake hut, and this is where we're heading to. Just up there, which is the ridge, the Franconia Ridge. So that's where we're heading to, and that's the lake there. So beautiful day. Yeah, so let's get moving. $47.55 feet. The view from Little Haystack Mountain. Wow. That's where we came up. And we're just heading up this way. Let's keep going. And that is Mount Lincoln at 5,082 feet in the White Mountains. So let's just have a zoom in to Mount Lincoln. Wow, Mount Lincoln here in the Wise. Beautiful. $52.46 feet, the top of Mount Lincoln. Lincoln in the whites. And the cloud has just come in a little bit. It's just beginning to rain. It just shows how quickly the weather can change on these mountains. But yeah, so here we are, Mount Lincoln. And let's move on to Mount Lafayette. And this is the ridge line, Franconia Ridge. So we've just been to Lincoln and we're heading to Mount Lafayette here in the Whites, Franconia Ridge. Maybe it's going to clear again, I hope so. The Alpine region up here. Let's keep going. $52.46 Mount Lafayette here in the Whites. You can see that it is very, very foggy. Well, it's quite busy up here as well. So yeah, let's just have a look at this signpost here. I'll just across here. Oh my god. Sorry, man. Let's just get this sign. Let's see some of the signposts there. So that's where we're heading to, Garfield campsite. Okay, so Mount Lafayette. That's people just beginning to descend from Mount Lafayette. Cloud has just lifted a little bit. Let's keep going. Looking down over towards Garfield Mountain, the Garfield Ridge, and somewhere the Garfield campsite here in the Whites. Just got to check out these here in New Hampshire, the Whites. Beautiful. Good morning from Mount Garfield in the Whites. 44.67 feet. And a beautiful morning, just coming up for 8 AM. And we're in the Whites. How about that, eh? Beautiful. So we're just climbing up to the summit of Mount Garfield, which is just behind me. You can see it there. Beautiful. What a day. Let's just head up. So at the top of Mount Garfield here, looks like a fire tower. Beautiful views. Oh yeah. And this is the descent down Mount Garfield, and you can see a rocky waterfall we've got to walk down. How about that, eh? $48.93 South Twin Mountain in the Whites. Oh. See if there's a sign here. Wow, beautiful views. Bit of a climb up though. God. Let's see if we can walk across here. We are. Before I put it on pause. Washington Head. Hi, so ending Friday the 27th of June at the Guyot shelter, and you see I've had to camp on a wooden platform, which has been a bit of a pain. It's been a challenging day, the Twin Mountains. I took a bit of a tumble as well, gashed my leg and ripped my trousers, but beautiful views from the Twin Mountains, particularly Mount Washington. And yeah, so it's going to be a slow process going through the whites. Got some trail magic as well from two former through hikers who gave me a couple of beers. Morning, Saturday, and just leaving the Guyot campsite. Kind of a tough night. Wind blew my pole down and rain and stuff. So yeah. So anyhow, we're heading to Zealand Mountain this morning. Good morning, Internet. So welcome to the AMC Highlands Centre. Yep, in the Whites is where I stayed last night. There's a bunkhouse across there, and yeah, just gonna go for some breakfast. Main dining room, good food here. So yeah, let's go and get some breakfast. Any idea? Hell.
So we're looking across Crawford Notch
Yeah,
to the Wiley Range and down to the Wiley House site.
yeah,
I wonder if that's the Wiley House site.
it might be. So here we are on the top of Mount Webster.
Blaming it on
What a spectacular view from Mount Jackson, 4,044 feet. What do you think of the view there, sir? Are you impressed?
Oh, it's a wonderful cloud that we're in.
Was it worth all the hassle of climbing up?
Oh, definitely. For knowing that I have 1.7 miles to go.
Hi, so I've been hiking with Jim today. We're at Mizpah Hut, and well, this is Mizpah Hut just behind me here, and I'm hoping to get work for stay. That would be great. Only done 6 miles, but as I say, it's 3,000 feet elevation gain, so it's quite tough. But yeah, here we are. Cool. Well, good morning, internet, from the Mizpah Hut, and yeah, so today we're going up to the Lake of the Clouds Hut, to Pierce Mountain, and it's just an easy day. It's a Nero today. Just decided to take it pretty easy in the whites, and hopefully get a work for stay at the next hut, the Lake of the Clouds. So yeah, beautiful day. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Hey, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, 4291 Mount Pierce, Franklin Pierce. One of the US presidents. Beautiful views. Wow. Well, that is Washington just over there. There's Mount Washington on the top there. So in the presidentials.
He was the 14th president.
Right.
Born in 1804, served in 1853 to 1857.
Right, thank you for that, sir.
1800s.
Thanks for the history lesson there, sir.
Events at the Mount Washington Hotel.
Okay.
On the reunion, including a couple pictures of showing, it probably had to be like 85. Like in two of them, so we had two relatively close together. One, I'm holding my daughter, and she's squawking. You can tell she's squawking. And in the next one,
so that is Mount Eisenhower. Mount Eisenhower across there in the presidentials.
today would be the day to do it.
Instead of 3/10, it's 7/10 or something like that.
Yeah. I'm also tempted to just go straight all afternoon. Well, if I got there, say we got there,
Eisenhower
earlier than they scheduled.
in the presidentials.
Yeah, then it might be worth it to see if I can get to Madison.
It is beautiful. The presidentials, wow. That's Eisenhower. Just on the top there we've got Mount Washington. So we're heading towards the Lake of the Clouds hut and possibly continuing over to Madison. Yeah. I'll pull this far away now. 30th of June, hiking the presidentials here in the Whites. Beautiful. Have a great day, everybody back at home. Wow. So the presidentials here. Wow. Beautiful. And that's Washington over there, just ahead. So hoping to get to the Lake of the Clouds and then move on to Madison. I'm looking carefully at the path, so I don't want to trip up. But that is Mount Washington up there. And the presidentials. Wow. So just hiking down to the Lake of the Clouds hut. And there it is, down there. And I'm going to carry on to Madison. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. So that is the Lake of the Clouds hut. And Mount Washington just over there. And I'm going to continue up Washington and down to the Madison hut. That's what I'm going to do. I've got to make the most of this good weather.
Coming down in the west. They would be right. Spider.
Yeah.
That would be if it came climbing on you at night. You'd be what?
You'd know about it. Yeah, through hiking, yeah.
Are you from the south?
I'm doing, yeah, he came from Georgia.
Did you start down there early?
I started 19th of February. Amacola Falls, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you got 323 miles to go. Not too bad.
Is that exact length? 323?
Yeah.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were up at Paxton State Park a month ago.
And how was it?
It's good, beautiful.
I must say
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
That's the best part. Actually, I think that's climbing Mount Katahdin is the best reward of the whole thing.
Cool, cool. And what about the Mouslauke? What are they like?
Mouslauke. I'm not sure.
Right.
Southern Maine.
Oh, the 100-mile woods, before you get to the 100-mile woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been through that area.
Oh, okay.
And I
Right.
guess the 100-mile woods is just 100 miles of woods.
Yeah.
And bogs.
Yeah, the wilderness. 100-mile wilderness. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Great day.
Make sure you listen for any kind of a horn when you're crossing the Kennebec,
Right, okay.
because
Oh,
you have to
because they
ford
release the water.
because they may be releasing the water.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I will listen for that
I
horn.
think I don't know if there's a canoe there to go across, or you just walk across.
I think there is a canoe now
Yeah.
to take you across, yeah.
Well,
Right. Well, yeah.
And then you said Mouslauke again.
What the fuck's the Mouslauke?
Trying to see where a logical stop in one of those before it looks like it's gonna wind up.
Yeah.
Maybe here.
I think the reward of that greasy hot dog.
I'm seeing. Looks like it might go off at an angle.
Yeah.
So it might not be as smooth as I think.
Maybe there's going to be some switchbacks. Maybe.
Just back in the window. I'm not a fan of. I can see all the way to the end of the trail going uphill.
No.
I'd rather have little breaks. Now, if you notice the cairns, some of the rocks have been pretty small by the top.
Yeah.
They all have white rocks. I can't remember who was telling me. It might have been.
Yeah. It almost looks like it's marble, doesn't it?
Yeah, I wish I knew what the rocks were.
Yeah.
I do not know.
It does look like marble, but
I think it's full of quartz. It's all wood. It's very hard stuff.
yeah.
I know England has a lot of areas with rock in that, but they also have areas with marble.
There was a section, yes. There was a section.
Where they already quarry it out.
Yeah, there's like a bit of an industry going on there. I just forget which area it was now, but yeah. Oh. Well, I'm expecting a really good phone signal at the top here.
You want a real good what?
Phone signal.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
It's either going to be really good or non-existent.
There is a parking lot up there.
Yeah.
These range stations, chances of it doing good are about as good as it's going to be anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what? Well, now might not be a bad idea. Oh, geez. Yeah, I left an LTE 4 bars right now.
4 bars, wow.
Put it back in airplane mode. I just want to save the battery.
Yeah.
Man, I've been seeing, Hi.
Is that a golden retriever you got there?
It says a golden retriever.
Ah,
yeah.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I like the little pack. That
yeah, me too.
yeah.
I said no more freeloaders. I'm done carrying your
Right. Well, I've got a border collie. I do a lot of hiking with him back in England.
Yeah.
So I'm going to buy him a pack, but whether it stays on or not is another matter.
I know. This is a really good brand, Rough Wear.
Right.
So.
Does he not try and scratch it off, or?
He's been hiking with it for a couple of years now, so he's
Right.
used to it. But I mean, this is like after 2 years of use, and you can see it's still held up for.
Oh, that's good. He carries on food and stuff, can't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything but his water. I do carry the water.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You
How
guys
many days would you be able to carry?
are worth of food?
Yeah.
Probably a good amount. I've had him I've done overnights with him, and I've had him carry like the rain fly and the actual tent, and I've done just like
Oh, okay.
the
Wow.
poles.
Wow.
And like it's pretty bulging out, but like it's light still,
Yeah.
I like your style. I mean,
Yeah.
he's carrying all these stuff, and you can just slack back.
right? You guys through hiking?
Yeah.
Awesome. When did you start?
I started on the 19th of February.
Oh, that's amazing.
Amacola Falls, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I started March 27th with flip-flop.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I gotta pop back to Virginia
Oh.
after I get done with Maine. Maine will be, yay, I'm done with Maine. But no, I'm not done.
I know, but at least you're getting the hard stuff done, right?
Oh, yeah.
Have you hiked in Maine before?
I have, yeah. I've done the New England 67, so
Right.
like all the 4,000 footers in Maine as well.
I heard Maine is a bit of a blast. Is that true?
I personally love hiking in Maine. Being
Yeah.
from New Hampshire, I do.
How does it compare in sort of terrain and stuff like that?
Nothing's worse than this.
Nothing's so it's slightly better, is it?
I would say everything but Katahdin, yeah. Yeah.
It is slightly
Have you
better.
done the Leah Town?
No.
Okay.
I've heard that. So I've heard that's pretty tough.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as the saying goes, that's either the worst or the most fun. We'll
Right.
find out.
Yeah, at least it'll be hopefully nice and cool in there at least.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll have a good one. Nice to
Yeah.
meet you guys.
Enjoy your hike. Yeah, you like golden retrievers, yeah?
Well, I mean, there's about a decent dog with it that you can have. One or two dogs, and you deal with dogs.
Have you had dogs before?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
I had the name of it too, but I'm not really a experienced dog owner.
Right.
So a golden retriever would be a pretty sweet dog to start off with.
Right.
Not like, people that have wood breeds, Rottweilers and stuff.
Well, border collies are excellent.
They are high energy dogs.
They're high energy and the most intelligent of dogs. But yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to do it. You'd outsmart me. You do stuff.
It'd be a great hiking buddy.
I feel like most of the dogs are great for hunting and stuff. I guess I need a shepherd. We had a friend of mine, he had an Australian shepherd.
Right, okay.
So do you have any issues with the border collie, like looking at people up their feet?
You are joking. My dog is just a walking teddy bear.
Oh, okay.
He would come up to you like he'd known you for years and years and years, and you could cuddle him.
I think they were always trying to encourage you.
No. He if there's a group of us walking, he likes to try and keep everybody together, but he's not snapping at heels or anything like that.
Okay.
I had a Pembrokeshire corgi, which is used in Wales for herding cattle, and that was very snappy on people's heels.
Those are the kind of dogs that are clean.
Yeah. But the dog I got, the Pembrokeshire corgi, he was a very high, well, my border collie is high pedigree, but this one, I think, had been interbred, because, my God, if you arrived at my house, my corgi, he would be loving you. But if you tried to leave, oh, he did not like that. His eyes would go green. He'd be growling at you, snapping at your heels. And number of visitors I had were thinking, hey, what the hell's going on here? I'm trying to leave. But no, my border collie's got ancestors in Australia. We've got a pedigree as long as your arm.
Now, what do they breed them with their foot? Make sure they don't do too much here.
Well, you just got to regulate it properly and just do it properly. You know, you've got the full records of you know, grandparents and great grandparents. It's a lot of information there. But yeah, we got ours during lockdown, and the breeders let us have a look at him. I mean, we shouldn't really have been out. It was kind of restricted in terms of the time you're out and stuff like that. But we went to see him, and the breeders said basically, well, you can't take him today. And I'm thinking, well, we don't take him today, we're not going to see him again. So I just got some cash out of my pocket. He saw the money. Says, you know what? You can't take him today. So yeah, we just took him.
Now, did you have to agree to get him fixed?
Yeah, that was part of the thing, because we took him a little bit early. We had to get his injections done and stuff like that.
I mean, like, state?
Well, he's never been done, and that is my decision. My son wants him to be done, but the thing is, I've chatted to quite a lot of people with dogs which have been castrated versus not castrated, and my sort of like conclusion is it doesn't really have such a big effect. Well, the thing is, even if you get him castrated, I've known quite a few people who've had dogs castrated and they still try and hump, even though they've got no parts. It's become a kind of a behavioural thing, and you know, some get them castrated to change the temperament, yeah, I spoke to a few people who said, well, actually, he's just as, you know, we got him castrated because we thought it would calm him down a little bit, he'd be less hyper. It's had no effect whatsoever. So I've decided not to get him done. My son, he kept saying, oh, come on, let's get him done. I said, well, I'll tell you what, we'll compromise. We'll get one testicle removed. How about that?
I know around like if you get like a dog with a high pedigree, purebred.
Yeah.
Most times the breeders, because they want to control the cluster market and where, you know, their dogs end up and what their dogs are doing.
Right.
Part of your requirement is you got to get the dog fixed.
Oh, right.
So that,
I see.
yeah.
Well, there's not
That way that dog's breeding.
and earning money. Yeah, well, there's no stipulation in with the breeders we got ours from. But the thing is, if you do want to put him out to stud, there's all sorts of like medical checks you've got to get done on him, and it's not just. And then, you know, you could take him to mate, and you know nothing might happen. You know, it's not guaranteed money.
Yeah, both in the States, you just have so many dogs in town.
Yeah.
They just want them all, you know. There's no problem with the amount of dogs. Get them all, you know, cats, get them all fixed.
Yeah.
Reduce what's out there.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, presumably it's in the States as well. There is an after pill for bitches. So, you know, if the bitch is in season, it's off the lead, and you know my dog, you know, decides to take advantage. You know, it gets pregnant. Well, whatever. If it's mated, then you can go to the vet and you can get like an after pill, which I thought was quite amazing for dogs. Yeah, yeah. 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 But you see, the vets are basically just, they want as much money as they can. You know, you just take your dog for his annual injections and they'll say, well, how about me cleaning his teeth? Oh yeah, I notice you still haven't had him castrated yet. I can castrate him and all. You know, they're constantly looking for money. And I just don't, you know, I kind of object to that. You know, when you arrive at the vet, you get a nice receptionist, you know, big on the charm, offensive, and then when you leave and you're, well, that'll be £220, sir. Thank you. You think, my God. $900?
Yeah, we had to get permit for it.
All right.
To make sure that the examination that the vet said, you know, basically the cat could shut down.
Yeah. $900, wow. Right.
You could feel it, and I'm thinking, oh, it must be poop stuff.
All right, God.
Yeah, that poop's down there,
It does, we've done well. Ah, what's that there? Ah. What does that say? Right. You mean responsibility for your dog and stuff like that? Yeah. Well, there's been quite a lot of legislation over the last 10 years. You know, tightening up on things. You can still have your dog off a lead, but you know, if it's a dangerous dog, then you know it's your responsibility to kind of either keep it on the lead or have it muzzled. And you do find that most people, you know, do keep the dogs, you know, dangerous dogs on leads. But as I say, there's no law. I mean, I noticed in the States you seem to have these little parks, don't you, where you just let them run off, don't you, in a little enclosure. I've seen quite a lot of that.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah.
Most towns now have,
Yeah.
they have people pick up these autographs.
Yeah.
There's like a rail trail in my town.
Yeah.
So like the first 400 feet of it is just dog ground.
Right.
So don't pick up.
Well, the thing is that there are fines. For, you know, if your dog craps and you spot it on CCTV, you will get a fine.
Or people will bag it, put it in a bag.
Yeah.
Eat it. Like,
Oh.
I've done my best.
Oh, just leave it there. Oh God, yeah, right. Yeah. But, you know, I'm very careful. I mean, my son, he lets my dog off the lead more often than I do, because I'm a little bit overprotected of him. You know, if I see other dogs around, because he's such a softie, you know, I mean, I've seen, you know, one time he did get pinned down by another dog, not injured, but just pinned down. And you know, I had an incident a while back where there was a dog off the lead, and it was going for my dog, you know, viciously, and it could have quite easily lost an ear or something like that. And the owner just didn't even call it off. So I kicked the thing, I kicked it before it attacked my dog. And the guy's saying, "Hey, what are you doing? You just kicked my dog." I said, "Well, yeah." I said, "You control your dog. Control it. It should be on a lead." I said, "You're not having your dog attacking my dog." And then he was only a young guy in his 20s. And then his mate says, "Right, you hold this dog. Come on, let's sort this out now." And he's sort of dancing around like Muhammad Ali. And I said, "Look," I said, "just grow up and control your dog, and just carry on walking."
Evidence of, just because you can own a dog doesn't mean you should own it.
No, well, there's a saying, there are no bad dogs, there's just bad owners. And there's quite a lot of truth in that.
I remember years ago I moved into our first house with
Yeah.
across the street, the Mouslauke,
All right.
and then my son at the time was 3.
Yeah.
Right now it's back home.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And one day, when he had it, went running across the street.
Yeah.
And the dog took, there was a 4 steps going after the rabbit. And the guy said, "Heel."
Right.
It was like somebody hit the dog with a 2x4.
Right.
Just
Wow.
and I'm like, oh my God. I've never seen anyone train a dog that
Right.
turns into a back road animal.
Yeah.
And it stopped.
Yeah.
And I went, wow. And it was hot, the dog had like good citizenship awards.
Yeah.
The amount of training.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea what they spent on the brain.
All right.
But that's spectacular.
Because I think dog training's a big thing in the States, isn't it? Yeah. You get all these dog therapists and stuff like that. I've seen the programs on TV.
Well, I just think that dogs either, they're on leash, and they should be so well trained that the guy says stop.
Yeah.
Not like, famous last word, no, he's a nice dog.
Yeah.
The dog decides, no, you look like lunch.
Yeah.
People always expect you to trust them.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's some people who are just not comfortable with dogs, period. Whether they're friendly dogs or aggressive dogs. Some people do not like dogs.
Even like a, golden retriever, I don't know.
No.
That dog is playing family with them.
Yeah. Well, you know how to kill a dog if it's attacking you. Well, my father was in the RAF, World War II, and they were given all sorts of training. And one of the bits of training they were given was if they were going to be attacked by a dog, basically you get its 2 front legs and you basically rip the 2 legs apart in opposite directions. That is a training they were given. If you do it with enough force, it's supposed to kind of give it a heart attack. But that's how you're supposed to deal with it.
Of course, that does mean you're, pretty close to the face and the jaws.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess if it's that sort of thing, it's a difficult one, but yeah.
Now, what did he do with the RAF?
He was an engineer. He was on Catalina flying boats.
Okay. I know that area.
Yeah, he was based in different parts of the world, but I mean, he spent time in Iceland. He spent time in Seychelles, Mombasa. Yeah.
Submarine.
That's correct, yeah. But yeah, when he was in Africa, in Mombasa, he got an awful lot of souvenirs, an awful lot of ivory. Because back then, ivory, of course, you could buy ivory, no problem at all. Animal skins, things like that, and So yeah, I've got an awful lot of ivory, you know, ebony and ivory sculptures and stuff like that he brought back, and you know, the prized possession he brought back was, there was a guy who was killed by a leopard, and the leopard was shot, and my dad was given the leopard skin. And that leopard skin is still on our wall to this very day. It's you know, it's still in pretty good condition, considering, you know, it dates back to about 1943 or something. But another bit of memorabilia I've got from my father, which I do wear, and I wear on a daily basis, but I didn't bring out on the trail, is an Omega 1942 RAF Navigator's watch, which I've worn just about every day for like 30. My father used to wear it every day, and then he gave it to me, and yeah, so that is my.
Like a rotary swivel?
Well, it's just a manual wind up, you know, silver case, and it's got the RAF squadron on the back and things like that. Simple white dial, Roman numerals, black hands. You know, it's expensive to service, because, you know, if it does need any parts, you know, they're quite difficult to get hold of.
And it's still set for working on it.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's a lovely piece of memorabilia. I mean, I've got a lot of, you know, I've got my father's, and my mother, because my mum was in the women's, she was in the WAFs, the Women's Air Force. So yeah, I've got all the medals and stuff, and I've got a lethal piece of kit, which my father told me about years and years ago. He said, somewhere in the loft I've got a cyanide capsule. He says, when you find it, he says, get rid of it, dispose of it. But I haven't. I've kept it, and it's in a stainless steel. It's a bit like a lipstick. It's in a stainless steel case, and you undo it, and then when it's split in two, one end is full of cyanide, potassium cyanide, and then the other one is just basically like a small razor, a silver razor. So the idea being that, you know, if you're captured, you know, and you just want to end it all, slash your wrist, break the capsule, put it into your circulatory system, and that's the end of you. So yeah, I've got that. What about your parents? Were they in the war at all?
No, they were Korean War.
Oh, right, okay.
So they were born in the early 30s, 32.
Right,
So they served, both they met in the Navy,
right.
and they never left Florida.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
I had a great uncle that was in World War II.
yeah,
And he ended up in the Air Force, became independent
right,
in the Air Force.
yeah. Well, my father, a few years before he died, he was contacted by a member of his squadron, you know, all them years later, and, you know, this guy had organised a reunion, but my dad, you know, wasn't really interested in the reunion, because he kind of drew a line underneath it. You know, he didn't want to be reminded of the war and stuff like that. But when the guy died, his wife sent my dad all the memorabilia from the squadron, and all the historical documents and stuff like that.
He almost like the last man.
Well, yeah. So I've got all that stuff. You know, the history of the squadron, and you know, I've got some really good photographs and stuff like that this guy had, you know, collected. But my dad himself, you know, had a camera out there, so got an awful lot of black and white photographs from the time when my dad was in the RAF. I mean, he wasn't allowed to keep his uniform. His uniform had to be handed over, but yeah, the uniform had to be handed over, but his stripes he kept, and his buttons he kept. And my mum was the same. She had to hand her uniform over, but she kept her. She had a bag, sort of, and she kept that. So you know, I've got all that sort of stuff, which is really, really nice. But yeah, I'm kind of into family history.
This might be kind of like the RAF before there wasn't any of that.
Well, yeah.
There are a lot of times it's they can get a hold of stuff like that.
Yeah,
But they may already have enough copies too.
that's true.
But it wouldn't hurt them. Especially now, right? There's fewer saving airplanes, right?
Yeah.
Fewer the veterans and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And the ones that are left are all very old.
yeah. But one of my dad's famous tales was that, you know, being an engineer, one of the most memorable jobs he had was fitting a heated toilet seat, which was used by Winston Churchill in a plane. How about that? Not many people can say that.
Yeah, I just, I like the history and everything.
Yeah,
And the fact that your country, your country fucking alone for a while.
Yeah.
We were supporting them, materially, but that's a lot different than being, shoulder to shoulder.
that's true. Yeah,
If it wasn't for staying the course, surviving the blitz the way they did,
yeah,
and then Hitler being stupid and getting the USSR against them,
yeah,
and then thinking like, and then all those countries going like, yeah, let's piss off the countries we can
yeah,
that can build more than anybody else in the world.
yeah.
Let's see how that works.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, what amazes me about Germany is, at the end of the First World War, that country was just like a third world country. They were reduced to nothing. But they built it back again.
World War I, Germany was never invincible. They never physically felt the war.
No.
Economically, they felt the war.
Yeah.
They lost, they lost so many people.
Yeah.
But they never, no shells fell in Germany.
Yeah.
That's probably why they could come up with, selective memory. Oh, we got screwed.
Shit. Oh. I'm gonna have to have a piss here. Oh, Jesus. No, man. My God, the landscape has changed, hasn't it? Goodness me.
What happened to them? Did they just stop or did they get far enough?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they looked like they were closing on us.
Ah, God. God. What a day. I think I'm changing my view on the whites.
Well, not liking this. You must have turned somewhere.
You think we've got on the wrong turning? You're joking.
Go back. Nope.
Oh, God.
No, right now, take a look at your own phone.
Oh no,
Not doing something wrong.
Oh. Where did you start then?
I think that line of rocks is a trap. I'm looking at.
So climbing up Mount Washington. Almost at the summit. Cool. Wow. Let's get to that summit. So this is the summit of Mount Washington. Up here. A Yankee building. Tip top house. A circus up here at Mount Washington.
We're gonna call a drink.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, a bit of a circus. Come up here by train. There it's coming. Slow train coming up to Mount Washington. 95 bucks for a return ticket.